What is good, TPA Podcast? This is your boy Big Holla. We are back with another podcast, and I got a special guest today. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
My name is Robert Harris. I've been knowing Big Holla for a minute.
You call me Keith, you know what I'm saying? We like family.
Oh, you guys joke. You guys joke. I love it, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's quick wit. I like that. I'm in the IT field. Been in IT for quite some time. Got into it when I went into the Navy.
Okay.
Also done some radio, right? And, you know, everything has changed now with the podcast world and all the technology we're in. So everybody's doing their own thing now, right? So I'm looking to actually do my own thing in the near future.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you know, like I said again, I've been in radio. I've trained kids for basketball as a personal thing out of Atlanta. You know, I had my business for about 10
big shout
years.
out here, boy. Yes, sir.
Masters. I got one kid right now that's playing college ball that was through my program since he was 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
And he has an opportunity to go to the NBA.
That's good.
I'm very proud. The mother always shows me love, man. We stay in contact. Matter of fact, I'm probably back in a couple of weeks and gonna go up to Chattanooga and watch him play.
Okay. He plays in Chattanooga? I'll definitely go up there when you come, though.
He plays for the College of Charleston.
Okay.
But they're gonna play Chattanooga.
Okay.
We can do that. In addition to, they're gonna play North Carolina on Tuesday.
This Tuesday coming up?
North Carolina, yeah.
Okay. I probably won't make that one.
No, I ain't
the
going
Chattanooga,
that one
though.
just because of, but he's balling. He's doing he's doing his thing.
Okay.
I mean, he's right out of ATL, so you know.
Okay, so we'll go back to like the beginning, right? So you said you were in the Navy, but before that, you lived a life in Chicago, right?
Born and raised out of Peoria.
Okay.
Richard Pryor hometown.
Okay.
Right.
That's good.
So you know he may say Pissoria.
Yeah.
But that's and also you know used to be the other big claim to fame. The going thing what they would say in Hollywood, if it plays in Peoria, it plays anywhere.
Oh wow! Why did they say that?
Because it was just a tough blue collar community, you know, during the time, right? Caterpillar made their way there and turned the city upside down. So for the longest time, it was the home of Caterpillar.
Okay.
So and then you know again I said turn the city upside down because you know they would have strikes, lay people off, and divide families and all that craziness, right? So born and raised there, but I did move up to Chicago. That's where I started my career. When I got out of the Navy. I went to college and did my thing, met my ex, had my kids, you know, got my career started, right? So a lot of times I do claim Chicago because that's where I started my life. That's where I actually, you know, I did the Navy, but
jumped off the porch.
After I went to college and all that. Because once you go in the military, and it might have changed, it might change now, but typically when you go in the military, you got to start your life again. Now, what is happening with technology, because everything is merging into one, like, you know, it's cross board. A lot of the technology we do in corporate America, they also now doing in the military.
Okay.
So it's easier for kids to get out of the military and actually have a profession that can relate to civilian world.
Okay.
Once upon a time, that wasn't the case. So, you know, you get out, you got to go to college, and I went to college in Chicago, and I actually started at Illinois State University. Then I saw a commercial.
Okay.
That's exactly what I want to do, and I did the same thing in the military.
Okay.
That's when I said, okay, you know, it was communications. So I used to be in a little radio. I had a top secret clearance. Was in a little shack, man. You know, we saw the messages. We saw everything that was happening in the world, right? And that got me into technology, and it also got me into radio.
Yeah.
Because you know you had to talk, you had to use your voice. So I did my career. I traveled around for a lot. It eventually moved me from Chicago down to Atlanta, a company I got with. And when I got down here, I met one of the radio personalities. I built my first house, and when I built my first house, I was trying to find something to do. I had like a big old housewarming.
Okay.
Like 300 people come to my house, right?
Oh, you was the man back then. Okay, I see.
3 days, man. You know, you got a black family coming, you know, a man coming from Peoria, man. You build a house over at the time, right? You know, with no Johns Creek, it was just Alpharetta. Right?
Yeah.
I built a house in Windward Parkway in Alpharetta.
I've been over there in Windward Park. They got the one of like the top level. I don't know if it's a C-level person, but it's a top level of Coca-Cola that lives over there. Yeah. Top person of Wendy's that lives over there. It's some big names over there where you moved.
We was right around Chipper Jones used to live around the corner.
Oh, wow.
Hank Aaron's lived around the corner.
Oh, Keith Sweat live over there.
Keith Sweat lived over there. Yep. So
listen.
You had a lot of, I mean, you know, you have a lot of the entertainers over there. Also in Alpharetta at the time when it was over there, you know, went too far from where Left Eye burnt
Oh,
down
the
Andre
house.
Rising house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But we did that, and like I said, I spent, man, about during that time. Also, I spent about 6 years, almost 6 years in the radio.
Okay.
Like I said, I had an opportunity. I was doing a housewarming, and invited a bunch of people down, and I was trying to find something to do. And this one, Frank was just really coming into Atlanta and really doing his thing. Doing a lot of stuff, bringing all the New York folks in. Doing all the stuff with Def Jam.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, man, I'm gonna go out, hang out to one of these things. I called in the radio station, and I met one of the personalities, and I'm like, I get to do what you do. She said, you want to do what I do? And I heard my voice. Gave me opportunity, man.
Yeah, you got that like little operator voice from back in the day. You did good, you know what I'm saying? Good you was on radio, not TV though, because the face is a little,
Hey, man. Some people like this face, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah, I feel it. So getting into the radio, like I guess like the shift from radio has gone from like a corporate thing to like podcasts is a lot more independent now.
Yeah.
What do you think like the difference is in podcasting and like the radio stations that you came from?
So when you do terrestrial radio, and you got to do with FCC, right, and you got to follow all the laws and regulations. Of course, we all know when you're doing podcasts, you say whatever you want to say. So the internet, who's leasing you?
Yeah.
And for some people, they feel that the more crazy and the more raunchy and the more outrageous they say, the more
polarizing.
People, the more people they're gonna get. They're gonna, So, there's some folks out here that speak their mind. Think about it, man. And at the end of the day, it's all about who brings the best content and say the most craziest things, right? Because podcasts like buttholes.
Yeah, everybody got one. Yeah,
right. And what's your opinion? What's gonna make your opinion any more better than my opinion? Now, the best thing that you can do, I think, in the podcast world is if you can substantiate what you're talking about, validate it with some true materials. A lot of times people grandstand it to hear themselves talk and get their users and their numbers up and make themselves popular. But if you go to really get into some of the things they say,
it's not really founded in any reality, right?
But bless those that are doing well and have made well for me. I'm not hating on nobody, right? But at the end of the day, everybody got opinions.
Go ahead, give me your top 3 podcasts right now.
I can't even do because I don't listen to them.
Wow.
I know of them.
Yeah.
I know a few, but I don't listen to them.
What do you mean by that? Like, you don't necessarily agree with what they say, so you don't listen to them, but you know of them?
Because I'm going to be doing my own.
Okay.
I'm coming. I have my own personality.
Yeah.
And I have people come to me and tell me about all the other podcasts.
Okay.
And I've seen, a couple of the popular ones, right? And I don't need to, mimic somebody because I got my own deal. And I got my own way and my own vibe. And I've been doing radio. My thing is that got in my way is just my career, right?
Yeah.
But now that you and I've talked and I've changed jobs. Like my job is it's demanding, but it ain't the same demanding
as it was before.
Right? Working night, working day, you know what I'm saying? Craziness. So I don't have that craziness. I don't even work weekends no more, right?
Yeah.
So I don't work nights anymore, right?
Oh, that's good.
So
it means you got some free time on your hands.
I got a little bit more time on my hands. I can do some different things, right? So I'm able to really, bring my genre to, the airwaves, to the internet. And I just don't want I want mine to be free. I want my mind to be free, my spirit to be clean about my views versus taking on somebody else. Now, we could have some similar opinions.
Yeah.
We can have some similar thoughts, but I don't feel like I need to validate, because I still want to bring a little bit of technical ability. I still want to, you got to be able to sell yourself, but at the same time, I want to be able to somehow bring some professionalism to what I've learned over the years of doing radio.
Okay.
Also to doing my podcast, but I know with internet, you still got to have that free form, relax, make you feel at home kind of feeling, right?
Yeah.
You actually came in, I even learned that from you, right?
Yeah,
Doing your
you
show.
know what I'm saying?
Man, because, when you showed me a new way. What you do sells. So, but I don't want to really mimic. We know, like say,
I think
some of the big ones out there.
I think like it's not necessarily that people mimic each other, because there's some people who do. I done seen some people Control C, Control V people's content, and those are the mimickers. But I think like more of what it actually is people are just the format of it. There's a format that works, intro, big sign, some music in the intro, to introduce your guests, close up angles. I think that is a format that people kind of like mimic, but like the content itself, I think is what differentiates everybody in the field.
Right, but again, you and I have already commented about people say outlandish stuff, and sometimes it's outlandish
on purpose. Yeah, for sure.
So, and I'm not going to say names because then it'd be sound like I'm trying to hate or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's some people that remind me different version, but yet Steve Harvey-ish.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Dr. Phil-ish. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely Harvey. Now, I'm going to Harvey because Steve Harvey kind of came out with the self-righteous, I know it all in terms of dating. And
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? When he did the books and, you know what I'm saying?
Think like a man, what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
And then he was trying to tell women how to do and how they should act and all that kind of stuff, the 30-day rule and all that kind of stuff, right? Or whatever, 3-month rule.
Yeah, 90-day rule.
90-day rule. So I just think that I'm not saying that there's nothing behind it. I'm just simply saying that, he came out, he had his popularity through the comedian, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. I'm not going to diss Steve Harvey. Bless him. Because he's making all the money in the world.
Look, I'll expand. I'll let you finish. Now I'll tell you my version of what I think you're trying to say.
Think about this for a second. Think about Steve Harvey as a comic.
Mm-hmm.
When he did Def Jam comedy, he was probably the funniest that he's been.
Yeah.
Okay. But a lot of them were because they was hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a different level, right? Then when they came out and they did the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
Who was really the most funniest on that?
Cedric the Entertainer?
Nah.
Who was it?
Bernie Mac.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
Cedric was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to rank, it's Cedric. No, it's Bernie.
Cedric, okay.
Steve. DL shouldn't even be on the list, but he's there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, right? But he's there, right? Steve parlayed that into, he first started doing radio at GCI in Chicago before he became a big name.
Okay.
He did he wasn't all over the place. It was just in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, something happened. It didn't work out, right? But next thing you know, he gets to get on and get connected with Radio 1.
Yeah.
And able to, get on their airwaves and basically parlay that. And then, you know what? He moved on to other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like if you got one thing going, like everybody's making money. If you're making money one way, now you can do it in other ways.
A couple ways, yeah.
Okay.
It opens doors for you.
So you open up other doors. So then you get, Family Feud and the other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a comedian, and you got maybe some stuff at a time, but he wasn't the most funniest comedian, right? But because he got attention, he's been able to parlay into a book. Yeah. TV shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I can talk about, who can't talk about relationships?
Yeah. We put the mic up a little bit.
Everybody can talk about relationships, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who can't talk about relationships? Everybody had a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a story in a relationship, good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody got different viewpoints about relationships.
For
right?
sure.
Me and you've had conversations about relationships, right? So everybody got that opinion about relationships. But then when you start telling people this is the way it's done, and this, man, it's a little self-righteous.
Yeah.
Because there's not a man on this earth, maybe 10 men. Maybe one of them, right?
Yeah.
I'll put you in the column of men at 10 that try to go the right way and do all the stuff right.
Okay.
But most, the other 90%,
yeah, they out here doing their thing.
They doing whatever. So how you going to write a book after you did everything else? How you going to tell everybody, don't do this, don't do that?
Yeah.
Come on, man. If anything, talk about yourself. Talk about all the stuff you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to say, then come back behind, okay, this is why you shouldn't do, because homie did this, right?
Yeah.
Like, I always use this line from Jay-Z when I'm talking to my son. Jay-Z did a line saying, "Homie, you don't got to do that. Our homie already did that for you."
Yeah.
I don't remember what song it is, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know the line. I don't
Yeah.
remember what song it is off the top of my head
I
though.
use that line all the time, man, because I'm like, dude, you don't got to make that mistake. I already did it for you.
Yeah.
And I can tell you which way it goes, right? So, and I did it this way too, and I can tell you which way it goes. So, you know, if you're gonna come in and tell all this stuff, why don't you come out and say, okay, what you did, and then come back and say, okay, this is why I think you should do it.
Yeah.
Don't come out being self-righteous. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so,
I think what happens too is a lot of times people, I think why people do that, especially once they get famous, is because you have a fan base, right? Saying, you know what? Superstar, you're the man, all right? I look up to you. You changed my life. So they look at that and like,
right.
you know, maybe I do know what I'm doing around here.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that just because you're very talented in one section of life doesn't mean that you have the knowledge to be talented in the other one.
Right.
For example, right, you may have like a music artist, you're phenomenal. You could write the best 16 bars, best chorus, best blah, blah.
Right.
But when you talk about something political, that doesn't mean that you're just as knowledgeable in music as you are politically.
Right.
And there are people who are immensely talented in politics that probably couldn't tell you nothing about music.
Right.
But I think what happens is when you're good at acting, you know what I'm saying, or in this case, what you're saying is like you're good at acting, you're good at being a comedian,
You're good at
entertaining. That you know how to be a life coach,
right?
But that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, it's not. I like that tie-in. You're absolutely correct, and I think when they do that, man, it's almost like you become self-righteous. Now, what I would say from Steve Harvey, and I'm gonna give him all the credit in the world in this, he come from a religious background, so he could. What I think he could do, and I didn't read his book because maybe it's in it. But he can take so many different facets.
Yeah.
Before he gets into some of the stuff he says, because you're raised one way. You know, if you're a Christian, you try to be raised like this, and these are the rules that you're supposed to follow in Christianity, right? And then your father a minister, so now you really got the heavy dose of it. But we all know what happens to the pastor kids, right?
Yeah.
So you have that. However, and his thing, he could go tell the story from this angle. Then he can also go into his own personal life. I think he's been married, divorced, and all that, you know. So he can take a different. Then he can say, you know what, based off my man. But you know, again, man, you can't knock somebody. I mean, he made millions.
Yeah, I think like sometimes I think it's just entertainment.
Right.
So we have to look at it as entertainment. I think the problem from the viewership is not necessarily on Steve Harvey, right? Because Steve Harvey's like, look, they're shoving a microphone in my face and they're loving my opinions. But sometimes we got to learn how to filter our media, right? This person, just like I can look at an artist and if they say a certain thing about such and such, like you're an entertainer. So I can understand why what you're saying may not be based in necessarily facts of the studying of this field, but it's your personal opinion, and you're just entertaining with your opinion. And once you take that, of course, there's going to be people in the crowd. Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Queen. There's going to be them people in the crowd, right? But I think we just have to let people know that you're an entertainer at the end of the day.
I think I got a new show coming, man, and I was thinking about this the other day. It's going to be probably piggyback off my other show that I'm going to do. And I think it's going to be I want to make sure I say the word correctly. Antagonist?
Antagonist, yeah.
I'm going to be the antagonist to a lot of the craziness. And the name of the show is going to be, maybe it's going to have a name before it, but it's going to be somewhere in there going to be attack.
Yeah.
And the attack part is to attack the ludicrousness of different things that either occur or said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's there was something that happened on one of the soaps this past week. They fired one of the actors.
Okay.
General Hospital. And they fired an actor because he made a comment about, he'd been making a bunch of comments. Like he wanted to get vaccinated. Then he made a comment about trans.
Okay.
Now, we all got our opinions about the LBGQ
TQ plus community.
Yeah, the community. Everybody got their feelings or whatever, right? One way or another. Not that you you homophobic, and not that you don't like gays and don't like the trans or the queer, and it's not about all that, right?
Yeah.
But for me as a heterosexual man, that I prefer. I love my heterosexual, and I love a woman that is, on my opposite side, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you do and that's who you are, that's fine. I'm not gonna speak bad about you or say anything negative about it. But like you let people stay in their world, I stay in mine, right?
Yeah, I think that's what people have to learn to do too, because
respect and appreciate.
Yeah, respect what lifestyle you live,
right.
But also, I think where the quote unquote hate comes from. I don't necessarily. Now there are some people who I think hate certain people
right.
of certain lifestyles, but
I don't spend that kind of energy.
I also think that a lot of it is misunderstanding, right? And coming up in where we grew up, right, we were very diverse.
Right.
So it's hard for me to contextualize how somebody can hate people, right? Because like I grew up with people of all ethnicities, all sexual orientations, of different, listen to different genres of music, ate different food. I grew up around that. So like I understand like, they're different. I kind of don't like that food. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go to those restaurants. I'm going to go to these restaurants. You know what I'm saying? But what I realized, especially here in America, can't really speak for any other country, is there are totally different worlds inside America, right? If you go to rural America, I went to a place called Glasgow, Kentucky, right? And I'm there. Everybody's cool with each other, and like this is a place where people assume these people dislike certain groups of people. But when you go there, sometimes it's just because people may not be exposed to it, so they only know what they're shown about it. Right.
But a lot of times, though, Keith, in those environments, it does bring a certain biasness because you're only familiar with what you know.
Exactly.
Right? And because you're only familiar with what you know, you haven't been really introduced or not willing to open your mind up to see outside what you know.
So even like somewhere like I want to do the other side of the spectrum just so people understand, right? You can go to somewhere like where Snipe is from, Euclid in Cleveland, and you can go there and you can look and see why people may not understand a community like mine or a community like Glasgow. They don't get it because they haven't seen it. Right. So I think most of it is misunderstanding. But then again, there are some people who I feel like hate, right? And those people, you know what I'm saying? It's unacceptable, right?
Right. So what we were saying about people saying and being entertainers. So this entertainer made these comments because he had that platform, but they fired him. They let him go because they said this is not who we are. Yeah. And it's interesting because he made these comments about I don't know who was the trans person that came out, did something recently in the news or whatever happened, and he spoke out against it, right? So I mean, entertainers sometimes, because they do have a voice, the platform, they have a platform. They a lot of times sometimes say things that are off the cuff, and you have to be careful. And you know what gets sad about this, man, is when entertainers get into politics. Yeah. And they start going wayward with their mentality. Yeah. We all have a right to what we believe in and what our belief system is and what we think is, where we want to go. But I think what happens, man, too, what gets lost with some of the entertainers is we lose our humanity, and that's the part. And I think, of course, we ain't gonna go down this path. We don't have to spend a lot of time. With this last president, we lost a lot of core values with him, and a lot of folks jumped on that gravy train, right? And I don't even understand it sometimes. So
see, but what I think too is like there is, and we learned this, right? For example, take Dave Chappelle stand up. The last one he did. Did you watch it?
And we just talked about trans, right?
Yeah.
He went in.
So look, the thing I've learned is that you have to give the complete story. Right. Now, earlier we talked about Dang, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, listen. So earlier we talked about how people say the most outlandish things, right? And that's what gets the clicks.
Right.
So we have to understand that the media also does the same things. So you can make it. So for example, if you were to take Dave Chappelle stand up, right, and clip it the way that people did, to spin to the media, to drive a narrative, you would understand that that's what was kind of done also, right? Now, that doesn't negate the fact that there may be some things you disagree with or some things that you do agree with in there. I just think a lot of people, I would advise y'all to listen to the context of the whole thing.
I got a question for you. Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock?
Okay, I'm going to say Dave Chappelle. What did you say, Chris Rock?
Of course, I'm going to go Chris Rock.
Well, why? Well, that's probably a time you grew up in. I think Dave Chappelle is because I'm a very, like, intellectual person, right? Not to say Chris Rock isn't. Chris Rock is intellectual too, but I feel like the way Dave Chappelle structured his comedy is so, like, it's almost not like a comedy. It's like a lesson for he's telling comedy to the people who may not get the underlying message, but like the people who get the underlying message, like, yo, this man is really speaking, right? That's why I think it is.
Chris Rock was doing that first.
See, I didn't grow up on Chris Rock, so that's why I can't say Chris Rock. Yes.
And he's even more, I think Chris Rock is even more wittier and funnier when he put it together, right? So if you look at some of the comics, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, right, are two that are exceptional and stands out, right? And then you got silly comics like Kevin Hart and some of the other ones, right? That I don't even follow a lot of the other
like Cat Williams.
Yeah,
like more like jokey joke type of things.
Yeah, Cat Williams and what's the other one?
Eddie Murphy.
No, not Eddie Murphy. Eddie. I want to say, and that Griffin, is it Griffin?
Eddie Griffin.
So, yeah, but as far as that, they can go social and they can talk about real life and then make you laugh. Yeah, that's Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle all day long.
Yeah, I think sure. I didn't grow up on enough Chris Rock. I only watched his most recent Netflix.
Some of his old stuff, man. Dude, he's in it.
Yeah,
he's in it.
I'm gonna definitely go back and
Netflix some of his old stuff.
Yeah,
you know. But I was pretty impressed with Dave Chappelle last show.
Yeah,
I was really impressed. I was really impressed the way he spent it. You know, by the time you took you on this journey, then he came back full circle.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
His ability to do that is insane. Even like the Sticks and Stones one. See, I got to go back and
that's Chris Rock.
The reason I picked Dave Chappelle is based off I've
time frame.
And what's crazy is I used to not like. I'm not gonna say not care for Dave Chappelle. I just wasn't exposed to Dave Chappelle like that. Right. So even when he had the Chappelle, I never watched the Chappelle show. Not out of choice, but it's just not something that was like placed in front of me. Right. So like when all my friends were like, "Yo, Dave Chappelle's the greatest," blah blah. I'm like, bro, listen, I like the Chris Tucker. Right. When he had the joke about the roaches fighting like gangs in the house. That's I like that. I like Cat Williams pimping, right? Because that's what I was exposed to. Right. But now that once Dave Chappelle hit Netflix, I was kind of exposed to more of his stuff. And I'm like, yo, this dude is legit. But I've only seen the one Chris Rock stand up. So that is something I'll have to explore and go back and see. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to give people their credit. I think one thing a lot of people don't do, and this is what I've learned since I've come into this entertainment world, is that people don't understand how good the people are who do what they do for entertainment. They have no grasp because you watch it through a TV, right? But when you understand the level of skill that goes into basketball or comedy or politics or entertainment, you just don't understand the level of skill that these people have.
Their craft to become proficient and be good at it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna always give people their credit. You know, and so I'm gonna definitely go back and watch some of the Chris Rock stuff for sure.
Yeah. So, so L. Duncan, I don't know if you know her?
No.
She's on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Elle Duncan used to be on V103.
Okay.
She used to do the show with Ryan Cameron.
Okay.
Her and Ryan Cameron had a falling out, right? And then she said, "Screw you." She went to work for the Weather Channel.
Okay.
Right. She did the Weather Channel, and then when she did the Weather Channel, she eventually stopped that and found her way on ESPN.
Oh wow.
Think about that.
I think a lot of people, and I think podcast gives us the ability to see people's progress in life, right? Because news, once you're hot, we're going to put you up here. Right. And then once you're not hot, we're going to move you out. Yeah. People don't see like the progression of people's careers. Right. So I think a lot of people get discouraged because like they're trying to, I talked to a lot of my friends the past couple of days and I said this same exact analogy. I said, look, when you're on a journey to become something in life, like whatever your goal is, don't go into every day wanting to be at the end goal the next day. Right. You have to fall in love with the journey of getting there because
you got to fall in love with the process.
Exactly. You have to fall in love with the process because if you don't, like every day you're going to wake up and realize I'm not at my end goal and you're going to be miserable. Right. But I think the reason that people feel like that is because they think overnight. People don't understand it takes 10,000 hours to be an overnight success. They don't know that. They only see that I didn't know who this person was today, and now this is the most famous person I know today. That's all they see. So I think I'm glad you told that story about her, and she ended up ESPN. People can see how she
progressed.
Exactly, yeah.
And no one can rain on her parade, you know. And Ryan Cameron was big at that time.
Yeah.
So she didn't let him stop him.
Yeah.
And look where I ain't not dissing Ryan, but look where he went. Look where her career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think like a lot of people, they try to latch on to people who they think are doing it right. But if it's not the way that you want to do it, it's okay to leave that and venture on to other things. So she did that, and some people around her might have said, hey, Ryan Cameron, it's going to be the biggest shot you got.
Right.
Not knowing that sometimes you got to take steps backwards to go forwards. Right. And I think a lot of people, where they mess up is they're like, yo, I'm 50% of the way to my goal. I'm not taking no steps back because I'm halfway. Right. But they don't understand that if you take 10 steps back, you could blow past the goal you even had. But some people get so dedicated or so like, I don't want to say desperate, but like, I think people at some point once they're so close, they lose the faith that got them all the way to where they was, that I'm going to be good, I'm going to get there. They lose that the closer they get to their goals.
So, man, let's switch up. If you don't mind, I want to ask you, so we haven't had a chance to catch up.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Man, what do you think about the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen mess?
Scottie Pippen tripping, bro. Scottie Pippen is tripping. Like, my thing is, like, it's called The Last Dance.
He lost his mind, man. He said he wanted to be called the greatest.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, he said he wanted to be called the greatest.
The thing about Scottie Pippen is you are upset that he showed the year that you weren't there, right? But you didn't
upset that he showed the things you did, but you did them.
No, but that's not even you're being disingenuous because you didn't mention him saying all the other times y'all were doing good. You didn't tell him to take that out.
Right.
But the 1 year you weren't, and Michael Jordan did it to show what was going on. Right. I had to show y'all when I left, this is what they did. They got close, but they couldn't make it over. Yeah. Michael gave you can see the credit for Scottie Pippen. Yeah. He was losing. The team was getting booted the first round. Yeah. Scottie came. Oh my, you
took Scottie some years before Scottie developed, but yes.
Yeah, but even that. You got credit in there. People seen that Mike was losing till you got there.
Well, you know what I think got in Scotty's head?
What?
Ooh, see, I'm about to go here. Stephen A.
What happened?
Kept saying, "Oh, Michael made Scotty look bad." No, Scotty made Scotty look bad.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the truth. You can't get upset. How can you get upset by recanting what really happened?
Yeah.
It's on public record. All you gotta do is YouTube it.
Yeah.
Scotty didn't want to go in the game. Scotty got a headache. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Yeah, you know.
Mike, The Last Dance. When you tell a story, all right, for all the people out there who, y'all don't know what y'all talking about here. Let me give you a breakdown. You watch a movie called Prom Night, all right? Do you expect the movie to start on their way to prom? No. Yeah. You start at the beginning of the school year when he falls in love with the girl. You know what I'm saying? She's dating the other dude, and he finally gets courage, and then the other dude fights him, and since he stood up for himself but got beat up, the girl goes to him. Then he asks her to prom. She says yes. You go throughout the whole story. Mm-hmm. So when they told the story of The Last Dance, they started all the way back in the beginning of him playing basketball. So what are y'all crying about?
Right. All right, man. So are we going to continue our conversation about who's better?
Between who? Mike and LeBron. Listen, I think.
What is starting to happen to LeBron right now?
Better things than happened on Mike and the Wizards.
What is starting to happen to LeBron right now?
Hold on, put your mic up, cause I'm gonna need people to. I'm gonna need people to hear these outlandish things you about to say.
Kobe, rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying?
What's starting to happen to Kobe?
His body started to give out on him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What is starting to happen to LeBron?
In his 18th year?
I'm just. It doesn't matter what year. I'm just saying what is starting to happen to his body.
His body's starting to break down for sure. So
the one thing you can't knock is what?
What? Longevity?
Father time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Father time. You can't. You're gonna have to adjust.
Bro, my man won the championship
I'm not knocking LeBron,
2 years ago.
I'm not knocking LeBron. Don't give me. You already know how I feel about him. Yeah. I do like LeBron. I'm a fan of LeBron.
Okay.
I just don't think LeBron is great as Michael Jordan. Not ever. In addition to one of the things that I don't even know if LeBron greater. You know, we got some folks that love the Lakers in the house, and we have someone that is a dedicated Kobe fan. Mm-hmm. And
in your house, or in this house?
In the studio.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So we got someone that loves Kobe Bryant, right? And that loves the Lakers. Yeah. That is a dedicated Laker. If you bring up Kobe, you talk about
Kobe, my favorite player.
I don't
ever
think LeBron
of all
better
time.
Than Kobe.
You're wilding. You're
tripping. Stats are better, but better player. I don't think LeBron's a better player than Kobe.
Listen. Okay, because this is why semantics are important, and you have to define.
He's not a better player than Kobe. He's not more technical fundamental than Kobe. You saying he is?
Okay. Let me get what I'm about to say. Let me get what I'm about to say out, please. Okay. All right. Listen, put your glasses down. Because let me tell you what my man of many years has just done. All right. That a lot of people probably didn't catch. Okay. When you talked about Michael, you used the word great. Right? Great is a accolade based word, right? So when you say greatest is based on accolades. Now, when you brought up Kobe, you said better. So the way that you are, what's the word? Double speaking, right? The way that you're double speaking lets me know what your bias is in this conversation.
What is my bias?
You don't like the fact that people are comparing or discussing who is better between Michael Jordan and LeBron because you have a bias towards. No. Well, you could bring them in here if you want. You know what I'm saying?
I want to bring a guest in because I want to hear somebody else feeling about.
Hold up. So now let's take the let's take the double speak out.
Because
all right,
we need to break this.
Can we do this? Can we do this? Let's cut the double speak. Right? Who is greater between Michael Jordan and LeBron James? Okay, you're going to say Michael. I just needed you to say this. You're not saying this for me. You're saying this for them.
Jordan,
all right? Okay, second
question.
Who is greater between LeBron James and Kobe Bryant?
Greater?
Because that's the words you use when you compare Michael and LeBron, right? It's called double speak, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
that's what it's called.
I think Kobe's better than LeBron.
No. I say greater because when you compare LeBron.
What are we talking about? Stats, or are we talking about their ability to play the game?
When you look, I want to know what you are using your words for.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. So, do you think that LeBron is greater than Kobe Bryant based on the same definition you use to say Michael is greater than LeBron James? Take your time, you know what I'm saying? We got all day.
But here's the thing, man.
The fact that you can't even say it lets me know this is a bad faith argument.
I'm going to answer your question. Here's the thing. Here's what the issue is.
This is crazy.
LeBron's stats, nobody can deny LeBron's stats. He's done
Clutch Sports, you know what I'm saying? If you need a podcast, hit me up.
He done some phenomenal things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take away LeBron's stats. His stats are, I think he might finish. He may be number one when it comes to scoring.
Okay.
He may actually surpass Kareem if his body holds up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot take that away.
Okay.
LeBron has some critical flaws in his game that leads the question to why you can't just give him the mantra of what you want to give him. He has some major flaws in his game, right? The one is free throw. Come on, man, this is real. You can't. His free throw shooting is horrendous. You can't. He's your superstar player. Okay. He's your guy, but you can't trust LeBron on the free throw in a close game. You can trust Kobe and Mike. You can't trust LeBron. LeBron has shown you in the playoffs he missed 2 shots.
Okay, no.
We're talking about the truth.
Yeah, we're talking about the truth. But let's not skip to the end. You skip to the end.
No,
hold on. Listen, let me tell you what you just did. Right, you skipped to the very end. All right,
skip to the end.
Here, I'm about to tell you how you skipped to the end. All right, so you went all the way to it's the playoffs, it's the fourth quarter, it's a free throw. Here's the thing: if you were to give them all the exact same team.
Can I get another guest in here?
Yeah, I told you. You could tell him, bro, come on in here, pass him the mic. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Come on, sit down. You know what I'm saying? We out here giving out school work, all right? Okay, here. No. I got to finish what I'm saying, all right? So if you were to give them the exact same team, right? If you were to put Michael Jordan on the Cavs team that LeBron took to the finals when he first got in the league, do you think Michael Jordan's going to the finals? No, you don't. So just stop thinking. Do you think Kobe's going to the finals? No. All right? So this is why the better player isn't always solo stat based. It's not. It's what you.
Michael Jordan took to the playoffs, man, was not. Don't tell me Scottie Pippen.
No. I said to the finals, not the playoffs. Do you think he is taking the what was that? The 07 Cavaliers to the finals? Do you think LeBron? Do you think Michael Jordan is doing that, or Kobe? Which one of them two do you think is taking that team to the final? Do you think it? Okay, so that when you talk about better player, there's more. It's a team game. It's not golf. Okay. It's not tennis. All right.
You think? First of all,
go ahead, hand on the mic. Go ahead, introduce yourself, my guy.
Yeah, my name is Nicalio. I'm a diehard Kobe fan.
Me too. You know what I'm saying? I got Kobe on the wall right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's the first thing I saw when I came. I'm a diehard Kobe fan, but I'm with you, man. Like LeBron got him.
Yeah.
You think LeBron got Kobe?
LeBron got Kobe.
Yeah, you thought he was gonna help your Kobe.
It was hard for me to admit. A few years ago.
Yeah, I'm a diehard Kobe fan.
It's hard to say it, but
okay, Kylie, hold up. What is it that you think LeBron got over Kobe?
Dang, look at the backfire.
Hey,
it backfired. Go ahead.
I got slapped, didn't I?
Yeah.
From a dedicated Kobe man.
Yeah.
But even the thing he said, but even with them old Cavaliers team and stuff, he took, especially the 07 year where he took scrubs to the finals. I don't see Kobe doing that. Like, because Kobe had, he
came to a veteran team.
Say what?
Kobe came to a veteran team.
He did.
Oh yeah, true.
He did. But just a better overall and just all around. Kobe's a killer. He's an assassin and all that. But I feel like LeBron just have this. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
But he just
so piggybacking off of what he's saying and where you and I differ and even where, and I think I understand what Nicalio was saying. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And you almost saying the same thing, right? Because you talk about all of LeBron accolades and his stats. And
you got rose-colored glasses when you talk about Michael Jordan, bro. Go ahead. I'm going to let you finish.
So, and being a leader of a team and getting everybody involved, LeBron is phenomenal in that.
Yep.
Right? You can't take none of. He's been the best. You see what's happening with the Lakers right now.
Yeah.
LeBron been hurt a few games. Russell Westbrook and AD can't get it done.
Can I say something though?
What's that?
Michael Jordan went and played baseball, and the Bulls were one foul away from the finals. All right? I just want to put that out there while we're talking about who actually makes their bro. LeBron left the Cavs. They were in last place, and that's how they got Kyrie Irving. All right? When we talk about how good a player is, you have to take how they elevate the people around them into account. And I feel like you don't do that.
No, but Mike elevated that team so much that his aura was still with them, with the Bulls. Like he brought them. It's the real man. See, you can't talk about the Bulls. You can't talk about the Bulls. You weren't in Chicago. I was, and I knew. Hey, Scottie Pippen didn't even start. Scottie Pippen came off the bench. They had a kid by the name of Brad Sellers, who was a 7-footer, started over Scottie Pippen, right? And Scottie Pippen was. I mean, one of the things that nobody give Michael Jordan credit for this, right?
Bro.
No. Let me tell you what you give Michael Jordan credit for. All right. Do you know how big Scottie was when he got into it?
He was very skinny, right?
Right. I mean, dude. I mean, Scott.
You know who else was skinny when they got there? Michael was. And it wasn't.
But Mike. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Mike changed his body his third year. He came back from the ankle. And dudes, Doug Collins told him, Mike, you're not going to last in this league going to the hole like that every night.
Yep.
Mike got stronger. After that, he got his whole team to get stronger. His body changed. Scotty changed. So Mike, I think what we're talking about, Keith, or Holla, is what Khalil spoke about is that DNA. And that is the difference. They're going to always separate LeBron from people that are Kobe fans and are Michael fans. That Mike came into the league. Hold on, stop. Don't give it to me. Mike came into the league with that killer instinct.
Okay.
I will cut your head off even if you're holding a baby. That's Michael. That's how he came into the league. I'm coming to kill you. Even though everybody wanted to kill him because, like, no, we ain't going to give you this mantra yet. You got to show us something, you know?
That's not always the best, though. And let me tell you why. I'm gonna give you another.
Wait a minute. Phil Jackson brought it out to be the best, right?
To be a killer is the best way.
No. I'm saying that he took that killerness and that instinct, and they made sure him and Jerry Krause made sure Michael would play with other folks, right? And Jerry Krause made sure he put people around him. A lot of people didn't like Jerry Krause, right? But what he did do was build a team around Michael that allowed Michael to be Michael, and I mean,
listen. I need you to look into the camera.
Nobody want to Bill Cartwright. Come on.
Listen,
Bill Cartwright
I need you to look into the camera when you answer this. You said Bill Krause, that's his name? He built Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause built a team around Michael Jordan to make him successful. No.
They weren't great players. They were just players to, you know what I'm saying? Role players.
But he built them. He built a team around him.
Yeah.
The difference is, I believe you can go drop LeBron on any subpar to middle tier team, and he's going to make them that good. That's what, bro. They were in the Eastern Conference. Okay. He said, listen.
Which team are we talking about? LeBron. They was in the Eastern Conference. We talking about the Cavs with Kyrie. Which team are we talking about?
Yeah, they were last before LeBron got there.
Okay, but look at all the moves they made.
Kevin Love. That's one. Who else? What other major move happened?
They got rid of Deion. That was a major move. You can't tell me who made it. Deion ain't even in damn league no more. So
you're comparing one trade offseason to no.
That's a major trade, man.
Listen, you're comparing one trade offseason
to two major trades they made.
No, I'm off season one.
But they made
listen.
They made two major trades.
You're not letting me get to the point. You're arguing a point, and you don't even know what point I'm making. Okay, all right. So you're comparing one trade off season to 7 or 8 years of building people around. It only took LeBron one trading offseason to take his team to the finals 3 years in a row. You had to build a team for 8 years to say, all right, now we're going to make it to the finals.
It's a different league. What are you talking about? Look at when you look at the league that they was playing in. Look at all all of the players, most of them, a lot of them, you got like 50 of the players on the best ever. The new, what was it, new 75, the new 75.
Yeah.
Top. You got a lot of them in the Jordan era on there. Come on.
Yeah. A lot of them before
That's
too.
a mic drop right there. Then.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because then that's my point. It's a whole different league. LeBron came in a cushion league, man. Please, cushion league. I mean, come on, man.
Actually, shout out to my guy, Legends and Winning. You know what I'm saying? He made a video. The actual hardest span of the league was actually Kobe's era. Was actually the hardest. All right.
Hell no.
So you're telling me A1. You're telling me A1 defend. Okay.
Hell no.
Are you gonna just keep saying that, or can I say what I got to say?
The show is over. Hell no.
All right, listen.
There was no team in history that's harder than the Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. None.
But just like the Pistons,
None.
listen, just like the
Knicks and the Pistons, none. I'm just telling you, man. Dude, you can literally get away. Khalil go to the line. I'm gonna hit him right here, and he better not get up and try to, man, Mahorn and all those cats.
Well, okay. What is that era the most known for? Defense, right?
The physical play and defense.
Defense,
yeah,
right?
And the physicality.
Well, what is Michael Jordan known? He's an elite defender, right?
The elite defender and
so tell me,
gifted athlete.
Okay, so tell me, is it easier or harder to be a defender when you can fully hand check somebody, or in Kobe's league where he was still locking people up the same way and they took the hand check rule out of there? Which one is it?
Thank you.
Which one's harder? Which one's harder?
Can I pound that? Can I give you some pound?
Yeah.
You just set me up, right? I appreciate that.
Because Mike had to score against people who hand check, of course. I know that's
you know where I was going with that.
But that's why you got.
You know where I was going with that. So you gonna try to take my thunder.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you see that's what you're trying to do. You know, Mike
crazy.
was dominating when people was doing this. Mike was dominating. Talk to me.
He was.
There you go.
What? But was Kobe not dominating?
What LeBron doing?
Are we talking about Kobe's era and Mike's era?
But
he is so stuck on LeBron.
LeBron was
Why?
part of Kobe era.
You said
LeBron
what?
is part of Kobe era.
No, it's not. No.
He is part of Kobe era. He played in Kobe.
He played like 3
I
years
don't
of
care.
prime Kobe. That's
played.
two different.
They're gonna
Hold up.
live
So
together.
is Kobe LeBron or is Kobe Michael Jordan's era then?
He was in Michael Jordan era.
All right then.
He was in Michael Jordan.
So
era.
if he was,
you don't remember? They was in Michael Jordan era.
Michael Jordan was in the league while Kobe was winning championships, right?
No, I don't think so. No. He was
Hold
done
up.
by that.
No,
he was done. He was done by that time.
Playing with the Wizards until 03.
you we just gonna ignore the
He
Wizards?
came back. Okay.
We ignoring the
Really?
Wizards?
That's what we gonna do.
Makes more sense for LeBron to be in Kobe's era versus.
No. I'm just. You're right. You're right. But I'm just saying, if you're going to say because they played in the same time that LeBron is part of Kobe's era, I asked him. He said yes. So
Hey man, I like LeBron.
but you're right though.
I like LeBron. LeBron's a great basketball player, right? He's phenomenal. He does them. And what he's doing off the court. Now, LeBron also got a negative stigma against him because part of what he's doing, I like player empowerment. More power to what he has done for Maverick, what he's done for Rich Paul, what he's done for Randy Mills.
What he's gonna do for this podcast because I stuck up for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Shannon, send him this clip, all right?
I'm all for it. But one of the things that LeBron has done, along with the player empowerment, what's going on with Ben Simmons is ridiculous. Ridiculous, man.
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that, dude? Dude, you can't play. If you can't play, it ain't nobody's fault. Work on your damn game.
Yeah.
Work on your game. Go hit a jump shot. Go hit a free throw. Come on, Holler. Come on, man.
Look, if he wants to get fined his money, why are you concerned about that? If he wants to get fined his money.
No, he's trying not to get fined.
But he is getting fined.
No, he's not getting fined because all he got to do is play the press stage, the press thing. If he plays like he's mentally impaired, then they can't.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is one of the greatest finesses of all time. Frank Ocean dropped a arts album to get off of his label. Then he dropped Blonde. If you can finesse these people who are making billions of dollars, do it. All right.
Okay, so
listen.
I'm not mad at you, but
okay.
In Ben Simmons' case, your job is to be the best basketball player you can be. To be a best basketball player, you got to be.
His job is
to be the best basketball player you can be. That's what he's hired to play basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to shoot free throws. You got to be able to hit a jump shot. You need to take a damn jump shot. You can't be scared to shoot. And you're making 250 million?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I got love for LeBron. He's done a lot, man. Schools, you ain't never heard no bad thing about him. Have done a lot of great things in charity.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what they've done, what they're doing now with the player empowerment. I mean, think about look the two players, two players other than Harden. What's the other cat man? John Wall. Both of those are all clutch players.
Yeah.
Doing the same damn thing.
John Wall, they don't want to play him though, right?
No, they don't want to play him now. But you know what he had going on before.
Didn't he have 2 injuries that kept him out?
But then there was some other issues with him before, man. So
I don't know about those.
But anyway, though, man.
It's okay though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I have one question, and I just need you to give me an answer. All right? Because you didn't answer it. I answered it earlier. Who? Listen. I have a question. Who is greater? Because you didn't answer this earlier.
Who's greater than who?
Who is greater, LeBron or Kobe? Please just answer the question. Based on the same definition that you used to say Jordan is greater than LeBron.
You're gonna probably really don't like me saying this.
This is crazy.
No, but I'm
crazy.
I can't give it to LeBron.
Why?
And you're gonna think I'm being nitpicking. If I can't put you on the free throw line when the game's on the line, I can't give you the greatest. There's one thing that you gotta be able to do.
I didn't say the greatest. I said greater than.
I can't give him greater than Kobe. Dude, we can.
Hold up. So hold up.
When the game is on the line, can you count on Kobe being on the free throw?
I got a question.
Can you count on?
So
You
based
can't
on
count on LeBron.
so based off that definition, who is greater? Steve Nash or LeBron James?
What are you talking about, man?
Because one of them you can trust on the free throw line at the end of a game. So which one is greater? See, now we want to change definitions, bro.
They can't even compete. Steve Nash, what? 5 feet?
You said I can't give you somebody. Listen.
No.
Robert.
Compare. 6'6", 6'8". I'll take that.
Robert, listen.
6'6", 6'8".
You said I can't give you greater than over somebody else if I can't trust you on the free throw line.
Type of player. Steve Nash
So that sentence meant nothing then.
No, we just can't.
Because you don't believe that sentence you said. Because with the analogy I just gave you proves that you don't believe what you said.
We want to talk about the style.
Comparable teams, comparable player. Okay,
So
for sure.
we can't
I just want you to know that. Okay, so who's a greater player, LeBron or KD?
Ooh, that's a good one right
Yo,
there. Ooh. I'm gonna have to give it to LeBron because KD have not sustained. Hold on. I can't. I'm gonna have to give it to LeBron only on this case because KD haven't. But KD showed us something last year. Hold on. KD did show us something last year.
KD's a killer, bro. I just wanted to test your definition, though.
KD showed us something last year. He just haven't done it on a longer stage than LeBron has.
Yeah.
Last year, you remember when everybody was hurt? KD was almost like triple doubles and whatnot.
Yeah, KD was going crazy. For sure.
Not just shooting, passing.
I think KD is amazing. I just wanted to test your. I just wanted to see if you were going to keep being biased. That's what I wanted to see.
But see, you put me on.
Yeah, and you wanted to say it, but you knew you were going to lose all your basketball credibility if you said that.
I had to give it to LeBron only because KD have not sustained that type of play. What he's doing what he did last year. You know, he's most of the time scoring, right?
Yeah.
But he don't normally give you. I mean, he give you some rebounds. He actually just started playing. So when he got with Golden State, his defense stepped up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that wasn't KD in Oklahoma, right? He used everybody else, playing the defense side. Now, okay, KD showing you something a little different. Can facilitate, put the ball on the floor, But I had to give it to LeBron. LeBron been doing it for a long time, man. But my biggest issue still with LeBron, dude, I can't count on you. Yeah, you can do a lot of things great. But if you want me to put you in Kobe and Mike status, man, you need to come on. At least give me 78%. What is he down to right now?
74, right?
No, he below 74, like 72, something like that.
This season or all time?
No, I'm talking like this season.
He above 70.
So, dude,
come on. 74, 75, something like that.
You can't count him when the game's tight, dog.
Yeah, but
ain't no but.
Yes, there is a but. Listen,
he lost games. He lost games in the playoffs because he missed free throws.
My guy, all right, listen. You can shake your head, because he's not going to give you the mic for this.
No,
all right?
I'm giving you the mic.
Listen,
does
it matter if
Game's on the line.
No, does it matter how clutch you are if you can win games by margins? Okay. So, thank you.
But in the playoffs, it's not by margin.
Clutch isn't everything. Clutch doesn't equate to everything.
Man,
You know what clutch means? The other team was able to keep up with you for 4 quarters. That's all that clutch means.
You know what? We're going to agree to disagree.
No, because that's what clutch.
We're going to agree to disagree.
I think this is the problem. It's bias, right? There's
I'm
a
not
shot
biased.
of no. I'm talking to the people.
Okay.
There's a shot of dopamine that goes off with people, right? When they see the last second shot and they go and it goes in. There's some dopamine right there. But they negate like teams like the Bulls when they won 72 games or the Warriors when they won 73 games. Nobody said Steph was clutch that season. They were calling other players the clutchest player of all time, but Steph was the MVP, killing people, right? So people put like this clutch thing over the whole body of work. That's not the case.
Okay, so what are we talking about? When we talk
So
about
just
Jordan
because
or Kobe,
you said what?
when we talk about Jordan and Kobe, and we talking about LeBron, then what are we talking about?
The longevity of their career and their impact on their team. I think that's what we talk about. Okay. That's what sets LeBron above Kobe and in this aspect of basketball, impact on their team. LeBron is better than Kobe and Michael, 100%. And he's proved it exactly.
I disagree with you.
17, Kobe started.
I disagree with you on Mike, because the Bulls team would have never done what they done without Mike ever.
No, Scotty either. So Scotty, you know what? Keep talking about Michael Jordan, all right? Because it's people like him. That's
Scotty
why you
high.
got. I know why you doing now, all right?
Scotty high. Scotty high, man.
I didn't understand it at first, but now I know why Scotty's doing.
Scotty's high,
You tried
man.
to blame it on Stephen A. Smith, all right? It's really you.
Scotty
it's
emotional.
really you.
Scotty
What?
He's emotional. He's emotional.
Do you know how many top 75 players that LeBron won championships with in opposed to Michael Jordan?
How many top 75?
Yeah, they dropped this top 75 list.
Yeah, Wade, and Ray Allen.
Yeah. But how many times?
Mike only had one. Backfired on you, didn't you?
No, but LeBron also won with 0.
Who?
You said what? Dennis Rodman was on the list too.
But,
okay,
he still had more than 3.
but here's the thing. LeBron also did it with 0. Right? When he went to the Cavs, which one of them Cavs players, when they won the 2017, 2018, 2016 finals and the 2020 finals, right?
Kyrie.
How many? No. When he won them 2 finals, how many top 75 players were with him when he did it?
Kyrie would be on that list.
Doesn't want to answer.
That's
That's cap. That's cap. Kyrie is not on that list.
I see a head case.
No, that is not why Kyrie is not on that list.
Dude, if Kyrie would just stay and play basketball and don't go try to save the world and all this other stuff that he's trying to do.
I got a question. Who would you take off the list and put Kyrie?
I had to go back and look. I don't remember the whole list. But
If you don't know that, you can't make that statement. You should at least know who.
Let's think about as guards go in the NBA, right?
Right now or all time.
Just all time, right? Guards go in the NBA, right?
So without Kyrie,
let me finish.
he's
my
about
question.
to make a very bad argument.
No, how many guards do you know? There's only one other guard that I know of that can finish like Kyrie does.
That means nothing when you're in. Listen,
I
that means nothing because people love to give Kyrie credit, which he deserves. Right. He is the best ball handler of all time. Listen, one of the best finishers of all time. That means nothing when the only time you can win is with the person who is considered at least 1B of the greatest of all time. You went to Boston. They did better without you. You went to the Nets when KD was hurt. Listen, you cannot get, if you were to put
LeBron
and
Kobe, they're on the same level.
1C, all right? The only time Kyrie has won is when he had GOAT on his team.
I'm just talking about, I just can't give LeBron I know LeBron's great.
How do we keep talking? We're talking about the top 75 list and Kyrie right now.
I just can't give you what you want when it comes to LeBron. I'm sorry.
What do you
You want me
believe?
to say that LeBron is you know what? You want me to put him up? I can't.
No.
I can't give him the notch over Kobe.
That's not okay. That is not what I want. I want you to acknowledge that there is a basis for argument that they're the.
But in my argument, that he's not better than Kobe. There's some things in his game.
No. Greater, because that's what you use to say that Michael was greater than.
Okay, so let me help you out. So I'm gonna do this for you.
Okay.
When it's all said and done.
Because if we're talking about who's better.
Okay, let me say it. When it's all said and done, LeBron's stats going to be greater than probably everybody.
That makes him the greatest then, right? Because that's what GOAT means, greatest of all.
He will have the greatest statistical career of everybody. Right? But I think they also talk about, players in their prime and their peak. LeBron prime and peak won't ever be better than Michaels and Kobe, ever. He just won't. And it is what it is. You can argue with all you want. It just won't be.
Hold on. What was Kobe's peak?
Man, when they was winning the championships, it was peak.
Which set of championships?
All 5 of them.
Okay, listen. Okay, so now let's put this back in retrospect. When Kobe won 60% of his finals, he was with another top 10 all-time player when he did
won
it.
The last 2, who was he with?
He was with Dwight and Pau Gasol.
No,
Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum.
And what is Paul Gasol? What is Andrew Bynum? Andrew Bynum is not even in the league anymore, right? Paul Gasol is not in the league anymore either. But that being said, Paul Gasol, is he on that list?
Well, is Pau Gasol on top?
No, he's not on
75. No,
yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
So he's won with 0 before.
What's your point?
LeBron has won with 0, but Michael Jordan has never. All right. So that puts Michael Jordan at number 3 based off his argument. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody. You got anything else you want to talk about? All right. You got anything else you want to get off your chest before we head up out of here?
It's been good.
Can you tell me what time it says on the
It's been good.
on the camera?
1 minute and 1 hour.
9 minutes. All right, we got about 20. So if there's any other topic you want to cover,
I'm good. We didn't cover the ground. We actually stayed out of politics this time. I'm all good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I've been needing to do a cleanse after the last president, so I haven't been hollering about politics much at all. I haven't even been watching it.
Really?
Nah, I've been staying out of it.
Yep.
So.
But tell everybody where they can find you. You know what I'm saying?
Coming soon, you'll be finding me Resonate. That's going to be the name of our podcast, and it'll be the name of our streaming that we'll have. So it'll be out there. I'll be picking back with Holla. So you'll definitely be catching us out there. We got a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be in the new year, but we got a lot of stuff coming. We got some hot things happening. We're going to attack some of this stuff that is happening in the world. I think we're going to do it on Resonate.
Okay. Yeah. I got one question. Can I get you to say one thing before we leave?
Let's go for it.
Can you say LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time?
He absolutely is one of the greatest players.
No, I need you to say the sentence. I need to be able to clip this and put this places.
He is
crazy.
Right?
Is that hard? Is
Why?
that hard? Can you just say LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time?
LB,
don't add a caveat to it.
LBJ is one of the greatest players of all time.
Can we get LeBron? You wouldn't even give him his full name. That's crazy. That is insanity. All right. But listen, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Spotify, Spotify, Apple Music, all the places, Stitcher. You know what I'm saying? We putting this podcast everywhere. You were actually the first episode we recorded. Good. But you're not going to be the first episode that drops. You know what I'm saying? I have to reserve that for a very special person. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see y'all in the next episode.